we're going to go on. So we're going to complete all these 9 pages. We're going to go on to next section. So section 1 is going to be the, where you're going to find the employment, the income. So again, he is self-employed. So we're going to look for his Schedule C, and then we're just going to put in his information. Oh, come on, why is this so slow? So in this case, he has here so we're always going to click primary, and it's a self-employed. So we're actually going to not just put self, but we're going to put the name of his business that's showing on his tax returns. So in this case, Ryan Moeller Therapy, LLC. The address for his employer, it doesn't say here, but he did complete it in his ERP or his application. And then I don't think he didn't put the start date, but it's always important that we have 2 years business. So this, you would ask the loan officer to confirm the start date of the employer or the
Business.
start date of the business. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So this position, you can put CEO or you can put owner. Okay. You're going to skip over this part, but this is where you would add the income. So you would just click new. Because he is self-employed, you're not going to put the base income. You're going to scroll down and put self-employed monthly income, and then whatever income he gets. So I'm just going to put a random number.
Okay.
Again, he's self-employed, so we have to check this off, and we have to check this off that he owns more than 25%.
Yeah.
Okay. So you see how we added this income here, and this top and bottom showed up. So that's going to be our DTI. So this DTI for this specific file that we're doing conventional, it has to be under 50. So if he got less income, and this isn't including his credit report, his liabilities, but let's say he got less income, let's say he only got 5,000, it's over 60, it's over 50.
Oh,
so this file wouldn't work. We would have to find ways to lower this 63% DTI.
Okay.
So again, because of that DTI, it's important that in the first page, you have those numbers correctly because those reflect this number.
Yeah.
Okay, now 2 and 3. Oh, actually, I skipped over to the bottom page of page 1. But I'm going to show you in the section 1 at the top, there's some information you also have to complete. If you complete everything on this borrower information, stuff will be transferred onto page 1 through 9, and you don't have to go in and put that information. But it does need to be updated and verified that everything is correct. Okay, so moving forward to page 2, if you have bank statements, we have bank statements here. We're going to add that information here. So new, I'm sorry, not new. So this one, we're just going to double click or hit edit. And then we're just going to put the name. So this was one of his was Wells Fargo. It was a checking. We can put the bank number. Just for purposes, I'm just going to put the 65, just the last 4. And then the balance showing on his account. So 16,249. We're going to save and new, and we're going to add the other bank information.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Wealthfront.
And this is a individual cash account. So on this account type, you're going to find it here. Let's see. We're just going to type it in, individual cash account. And always make sure you're inputting the balance of the most recent statement. So in this case, it's our August statements.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Our credit here, we're not going to run it, but it needs to be saved an actual file. We're going to request credit. Well, it won't allow us, but we would request credit and then we would reissue our credit report. This file, again, we've already worked on it, so we already have a credit report.
Okay.
When these credit liabilities are added, it changes our DTI as well. So it's always important that we always import the credit report that we ran. So this property is the subject property. It's a 1 unit. We're going to put the value. So he said 585. And then the status is actually going to be retained because he's keeping the property. And it's his primary. This insurance, tax, and associations. We're just going to add whatever we have here for tax and insurance because it's included in our mortgage statement. When we match it on the credit report, you can click a check off that it's being impounded. And then we would check this off as omitted. If this property was an HOA and it is being impounded, I would just only put the HOA fee here so that it gets included. So once we have the credit report, we'll hit the match with liability, and then we would just match it. So see how it says 1 to 1. And then there would be more liabilities here. Okay, so I'm going to step back a little bit. So on page 1, as you can see, it has the borrower's information here. We're always going to make sure it has their marital status. So in this case, he's unmarried. And so we have to complete this bottom section, always click no. For this file that I'm kind of showing you, he is married. So we're going to leave it as that. The current address, if it's less than 2 years, we always have to add their former address. So we always want to make sure that their current address is 2 or more years.
So the minimum is 2.
2, yes. Same thing for employment. Minimum is 2 years.
Okay.
Mailing address, we're going to click the same as current address. And then the bottom as well that we have is any questions so far?
None.
Okay. Section 4. So section 4, again, everything is input from what we had previously. So the value, the loan amount, primary, it's a refinance, rate and term, subject property. The year built, we want to input, so you can Google search it or in the property profile for this file. I closed it. It'll show us as well when it was built. So on the property profile, year built, 2007, we're just going to input that. And then legal description, I usually just put in C prelim. This is going to be left blank because there's no other liens on the property and there's no gift funds being added. Now we're going to move to section 5. Do you have any questions, not just on this page, but anything that we've kind of gone through?
Oh, no, none. Not so far. We have a workflow on this one, right? It's on Notion as well.
So we're going to follow this, just go through these questions. R is going to be primary residence, yes. And then we're going to put yes that he's owned another property in the last 3 years, which is the same property. And he's for his primary by himself. And then usually everything else is no, but you would just go based out down here, look at all the questions. Training purposes, I'm just going to go ahead and click no, but go through each question and make sure everything is no. These last 3 or last 4, I would look up the credit report and then just scroll down. I went too far. I hear any foreclosures or bankruptcies or anything delinquencies, it'll let you know here. So nothing is showing here, so we'll just put no, no, no. Okay.
Okay.
Next 7 and 8. Oh my goodness.
So we are now on section 7 and 8.
Yes. This page right here is section 5. We're trying to
Yeah.
get to section 7 and 8.
Okay.
This is taking its time. Oh no. Yeah. Okay. Go to other documents. I have to reset the password. I can't log in for the disclosures. It's not letting me log in. I thought I had saved it. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So here for military, no. If they are in any type of military service, we would just click yes, and then whatever is the respective answer to the following questions. Ethnicity, they put, let me see if he answered. Well, he did not wish to answer, so we'll just leave that as is, and male, and then we'll click this as internet. If they answer it, then we'll just answer accordingly.
Yeah.
Section 9. So section 9, it's just going to show us the loan officer's information. So we're going to make sure that it has the correct loan officer in this case. And then I'm going to actually skip over that page. If we have the settlement statement and the prelim, in this case, we don't have the prelim for this one, but if you go to loan submission, this is only if you have it at the beginning when you're inputting this information. If you go to loan submission page, we can add our escrow and title fee, or not fees, the escrow and title name, okay?
Okay.
I just want to show you this page so that way. So right here, we're going to scroll down, and then we're just going to enter right here our escrow company and title company. Our escrow information here, you just put in the name, address, our agent escrow number based off of the settlement statement. So the file escrow number here would be this one here. If you have the prelim, you would put in the title company. Again, the company name, address, the agent. This title number here would belong to the title's number, order number, and then the contact info.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Any questions?
None so
I
far.
hope
Thank you so much.
everything that went over